Hey everybody, Superfluous Jay here with another Factorio for beginners, and I was looking through what engines are are used for, electric engines, and they're really not used for much. They are used for some things, but they're not used for as many things as I kind of thought they were. So I'm going to kind of change the way I do things. I'm not gonna put electric engines on the bus like I was planning on doing. They are going just directly to making flying robots, flying robot frames, I should say, in particular. Let's go ahead and clear these trees out. There we go. And we're going to make some robots now. Flying robot frames take, if we just let's plop a machine down here so we can look at the recipe easily. They're somewhere in here. There they are. Flying robot frames take, among three things that are already on the belt, they take electric engine units, and they take 20 seconds to craft, and they need one electric engine unit. Electric engine units craft in 10 seconds. So every two of these machines, or I'm sorry, other way around. Every one of these machines can make two of these flying robot frames, because every 20 seconds this guy makes two. So we can make a ton of flying robot frames out of those. I don't actually see the need yet of this many flying robot frames, but I'm gonna make an entire line just like I made these engines, except for obviously robot frames. And the robot frames need 4 different ingredients. So I'm gonna have 2 lines, then I'm gonna have an assembler, and then I'm gonna have the output line here, and then I'm going to repeat that here, kind of like I've done with many things in the past. And their construction time is so long, and their ingredient list is so small that I'm not going to pull in a bunch of stuff. Oh, let me do this though. There we go. Get the engines out of here. There we go. And we'll send this thing this way. Pull the engines off the bottom of the belt there. I was using F to do that. And then we'll run these like this and let them go. So I'm going to be running the robot frames off this way. And then we've got something special going to happen after that. But we're gonna run the robot frames this way. But we need all their ingredients. So let me set this guy and say we need engine units and green circuits, batteries, and steel. So let's make sure we've got all of that coming down on the belt. Batteries are right here, so that's a pretty easy one. I never actually bothered to put it on the belt. So there's batteries. Here's electronic circuits. I got to get rid of this stupid rock here. And so I can put batteries on the other side of the engine units, which seems reasonable. Let me get rid of this too. And where I want the batteries is I want to split them off from right here. And I'm actually going to put them only on one side of this belt because they're a pretty precious resource. They're no sense having a belt double size full of them. So they're gonna come in here, go on this side of the belt, and then get split off to go either way. Then the other 2 resources we need are electronic circuits and steel plates, and those are both already down here, pretty close. There's the electronic circuits, and steel plates are right here. So let me place this line wrong and then fix it. Then electronic circuits and steel plates. We got another rock in our way. We can run down this line right here. Ideally, we can sneak it up. Not this line. I'm sorry, this line right here, and then we can run it under here, like this. Actually, let's run this guy. And then he can run down like this, and this is no good. This is gonna be ugly. Ugly as sin. There's a lot to be said about being putting too much time and effort into making your factory pretty, but there's also a lot to be said about not putting any time and effort into making your factory pretty. And I'm giving myself a little bit of extra room because I want this room for output here, which you'll see in a minute. But anyway, I think we can make this work. So let's go ahead and lay this line here so we can get these guys going. Yeah, this is ugly. This is less than pretty. I think I'm going to do something special here. Let's back off on that for a minute. Let's put steel here. And then let's put electronic circuits on the other side of it. Okay, so that's the way that goes. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to run you to here, out, and then it doesn't matter which side of the belt he's on. So we'll just put him on that side because he's going to eventually get split off like that. So that works fine. Okay, so you guys can just continue on your merry way. Whoops. And now we're running all the correct ingredients. And we just need to split them here. There we go. And then we're going to start needing our factories. And we're going to do something special here. I'm going to make these guys flying robot frames, but I'm going to clear these guys off because these guys are actually going to be the robots that we're making at the end of the line here. It's kind of a mall type situation, but because we're making the flying robot frames right here, we might as well not have to route them up into a mall in order to make the robots. And I think I'm gonna triple this. Actually, let's just double it for now, and then I'll use robots to make it even better. How's that? So let's go ahead and come up to here and down to here, and I'm out of belts. Yeah, let's go get belts. Do I have my car in my inventory? Probably not. No, doesn't look like I do. So let's get belts. We also could probably use red inserters. We don't need blue inserters. Yeah, it looks like just belts and long inserters. So there's the long inserters. Let's go for belts, belts, and belts. And we could probably use factories. I also notice I have 11 assemblers, regular assemblers in my inventory. I might as well toss them in there just to get them out of my inventory. Also got a bunch of engines. So I could have made a car if I really wanted to. Let's just throw them in there so we don't have them. And these electric engines, they're not only expensive, but they also... I'm not going to use them for anything in the immediate future, at least. So let's and then let's copy and paste the robot thing there because I had copied this earlier. Okay, let's get our lines running. Let's get power down here, which I guess I'll go down one more. There we go. Although, you know what? No, I don't need to do that. The power will stretch across from here. Yeah, there we go. And I'm kind of breaking my rule of spacing things out here, except this is all considered one kind of unit, if you wanna think of it that way. So that's why it's okay to do that here, in my brain at least. So let's go ahead and add a bunch of long inserters here. Whoops, there we go. And then we can do the short inserters, and they can just be yellow. It's no big deal. Well, let's be consistent about it at least. I'm actually also going to be consistent about running the lines all the way to the end. And like I said, these things take 20 seconds to make, which is a ridiculously long time. So we're not in any real big hurry to get the these inserters taking things out. Because notice in all the time it took me to make them, these three have made made a flying robot frame and nothing else has. But now we can make robots. We have the robot frames and we have all the tools to make actual robots. And what we want to make first is construction robots. We're going to talk about construction robots, and then we'll talk about logistic robots after that. And yeah, we got time. We've only been talking for 10 minutes, so I'm actually doing pretty good. So construction robots take flying robot frames and electronic circuits. Now, conveniently, we've got electronic circuits right here. And we've got flying robot frames right here. And then we're going to spit these guys out into a box right here. And I'm going to limit that box to 2 because these things are expensive and I don't want to overmake them. And I think I'm going to put a power pole right here and then run these off like this. So any flying robot frames that don't get used to make construction robots are going to head out this way. And I think in the meantime, I'm going to just toss these robot frames in there to get the construction robots going. So we now have construction robots being created on the bus, which is fantastic. So what can you do with construction bots other than everything? Well, you can put them in a roboport. The roboport needs steel plates, gear wheels, and circuits, advanced circuits. So we need steel plates and gear wheels. Luckily, steel plates are right here. Let's pick up a bunch. We need advanced circuits. Luckily, they're right here. Sadly, gear wheels we never brought down because they haven't really been needed. So I think I'm going to not only come up here and grab a bunch and get a yeah, let's get 2 of them started. Why not? You need a lot of roboports in this game if you're going to do robots. But then I'll run the gears down here so next time we need them, we'll have them. But by now we have our roboports. Oops, don't want to mix lines. There we go. That should be good. We have roboports now on our in our hands. There they are. And roboports are 4x4. See, they're bigger than these things. They're 4x4. So, which is a slightly inconvenient size. It's kind of hard to fit them in some places sometimes. But what we want to do is we want to tuck them in to this. If you look here, I've left a couple of these belt lines empty. I've left this one empty, and I've left this one in the middle empty, and then also on the side over here, I've left an empty one. And the reason I did that is I want to put roboports in them. So let's go ahead and let's bring a roboport down here. Yeah, let's put it right here. And then let's bring another one out into the middle here. Right here, and put it here. And then we need to power these things, so let's put a power pole here and then another power pole here, and now we have a robot network. These 2 roboports are connected. If I'm hovering over them, you see the yellow dotted line between them. That means that they're part of the same network. If I were to take another roboport, and this is a ghost, but it still shows you the yellow lines. If I were to bring it far enough up here, that yellow line goes away, and if I were to place it, this is a second robo network. That's really important. You can have any number of networks you want. Some games have hundreds. It's totally fine to have different networks. It's totally fine to have one big network too. I could bring this guy up here, place another one just far enough away so that these dotted lines stay connected together. The problem with that is robots are stupid, and a lot of times you'll get a robot down here, pick something up, and carry it all the way to the top of your base, and you're standing there waiting for something to be built, and it's taking forever. So that's something to be concerned about. However, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, I need to make some more things. Let's make some storage chests. Let's make like 5 of them, I guess. Storage chests are basically steel chests with some circuitry attached to them. If you saw the recipe there, it's red circuits and green circuits and the chests. So storage chests here, I can place a couple of these, and what I can do here is I can take a storage chest, and let's say I want this to be all my well, tell you what, I can make a chest. I could say make them be nothing, and I can say let's get rid of these trees and this rock. Now, we don't have any robots currently in the network, but if we take 50 of these robots here and I'm holding down control, place them in this box, one heads out to each place. Those guys pick up the tree, that guy picks up the rock. No, remember how hard it was for me to, well, not hard, but how long it took for me to chop a tree down? Or not chop a tree, but like break a rock down. They just did it instantly. They get all the resources. I just got 21 rock out of that thing. So, and it puts them in these storage chests here. I can also say, the storage chest, I can say filter it, this one by wood, and you know what, all, oh, it only takes one. I thought you were able to put multiple things in a storage chest. Oh well. Make this guy be rock. Now, any wood we take is going to end up in this storage chest. Any rock we take is going to end up in this one forever. And they won't put anything else in there, which is nice. It's a it's a way to do it. So I can say this. You know, we're gonna eventually want all these trees gone. So let's just say, robots, get rid of these trees. And they've all come out here, and they're just gonna all pick up a tree, bring it back, and put it in that box. And they're gonna get that done for me, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. And I get a ton of wood. Not that I really have any use for wood, but you know, hey, it's better than nothing, I suppose. And there they go. We just let them do their thing. The other thing you can do is in these chests here. Do you construct 100 options with 100 objects with construction bots? Look at that. I can also take one of these chests. They're having trouble charging. That's why they're hanging around. They're waiting to recharge at the base station. That's one of the things you want base stations for, is to charge your bots. But we'll worry about that in a minute. We can also put construction materials in here. We can throw assembly machines in here. Let's throw 50 more. We can put long-headed inserters, regular inserters, belts, underground belts, splitters. What else do we want? A couple, let's say the blue arms. I guess that's it, really, when it comes down to it. Oh, electric poles. Might as well put some of the long electric poles in there. That should be good. That should be fine. That's basically all the construction supplies for construction of something. Notice they didn't chop down those trees. They're too far away from the roboport. So we want to actually bring a roboport out far enough to do that. And I think I'm gonna see. When I was thinking about this, I didn't think about the fact that this is an inconvenient place to put a roboport, because I wanna build these out farther. Well, let's fix that now. And we fix that by Control X. We can cut this, and the robots actually come out and do that for you. And then let's move them down to here. Now they're gonna want to. That's funny. They I just deadlocked my robots. This robot can't put this away somewhere because there's no more logistic network. But he also can't decide to place this down because he's stupid. So now this is in a logistic network, so he knows to go do this, and then these guys can move things around. So let's go ahead and do that and that, and then we can delete this. Oh, well, why am I trying to delete things? Let's delete that and that, and then let's Control X on these two guys and place them here and here. And they move all the stuff out of the boxes, and then they move the boxes. They're kind of stupid sometimes. But the boxes that when I cut and paste, they still have the requests. And notice this isn't a request. It's just a suggestion. It's whenever you have wood, put it in here instead of putting it somewhere else. That box wasn't created yet, so the stuff that's in this box, they're not moving it. They're just not going to put any more in this box because this one has the filter on it. But if I say delete these two boxes, all my robots will come out. They'll grab all the stuff out of these boxes. Oh, there's nowhere to put these ones because I screwed that up. So let's put another chest down here. They won't put stuff like what do you call it? Assembly machines and all this stuff. They won't put them in these boxes because I had the filter on them. So when they grabbed everything else, they had nowhere to put the other stuff. That's all. So as soon as they're done with that, I'll let them do their job. They're just working away. They'll do all that automatically. But what I can do here is now I can be smart, and I can bring this roboport out here, and I'll put it right here, and I'll need a actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this power pole here. I'm going to clear this roboport off, and I'm going to put another one right here. It's a little bit closer to this guy than the other one could have been, but it makes this power pole placement a little bit nicer. So we'll do that. So I need another roboport, which I can't make because I am out of iron gear wheels. So luckily I'm bringing them down here now. They're still running. It takes them a long time to move stuff, but the thing is I don't have to do it now. They're doing it for me. I don't need to worry about it. I don't need to clear out my inventory to get it done. It just happens, which is really nice. And another thing I can do is, instead of going over there and placing that roboport, I can just throw it in here in this box. Actually, let me take all these construction bots, and I just clicked and dragged them. Now there's more construction bots doing work. And when they get around to it, see, some guy finally got free time. He's going to come over here and place this roboport, which is going to automatically extend my roboport network. And then he's going to be like, hey, there's some trees up here that I should probably delete. And now these guys have moved those chests. They're coming out to get the rest of the trees. Everything's happening automatically, which I love. So let's go ahead and double. Do we want to double? Yeah, let's do it. Why not, right? Let's double our, almost double, I should say, our robot construction here. Looks like I missed the bottom belt. And yeah, so we're going to do that. And then I can hold down shift to make sure it pastes over the trees. And now here come the robots. Some of them are bringing belts out. Some of them are coming out empty because they're going to grab trees. Sadly, they don't bring the belts out and then grab a tree on their way back. That would be nice, but you know, what do you want? They're robots. And then the last thing I really want to show you is I could say a deconstruction planner to just delete these, but if I want to delete just the trees, I could take a deconstruction planner into my hand and then plop it into my inventory, and then right click it and say trees and rocks only. And now this deconstruction planner has a picture of a tree on it. I can pick it up and then highlight this and just clear the trees out of this area. And it doesn't clear the stuff, it just clears the trees. That way it'll clean up this area. That's a nice easy way to free up your spot here. And obviously these guys are running slow. I could have probably done this faster. But they're eventually gonna finish. If you look here, there's an alert now. You'll see a lot of these alerts once you start doing robots. There's 43 entities that are missing construction robots. That means that I have more things to do than I have robots to do them. However, as the robots finish a task, this number goes down because more and more robots can be tasked to do those things. And they're waiting to charge and things like that, like they were before, but no big deal. Eventually, they'll get it all done, and I don't need to worry about it. I can walk away and just be sure that they're going to finish, unless there's an alert here that says, like, oh, here we go. 5 entities are missing the materials for construction. That's a more important one. That means I didn't put enough belts in here to fill the belt need for this area. So I'm just going to throw 38 more in, and sure enough, five robots came out. Grab those belts, and they're just going to get them done. Easy and peasy. And that's construction bots. Next time, we got more to talk about. That's the basics of construction bots. They can do a lot more than that. But next time, we are going to be talking about logistic bots. I am going to start research of logistic bots, and we are going to have some fun up north. We're going to make a bunch of logistic bots. We're going to take them up north, and we're going to put them in our mall, and we're going to look at automatic construction, or sorry, automatic handing of things to the player, I should say, which is going to be really, really awesome. But that's what we're going to be talking about next time. I hope you're looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to doing it. I'm Superfluous Jay, and I will, as always, talk at you later.